Puerto Rico. If you heard of Puerto Rico, you definitely heard of Old San Juan, one of the top attractions that you have to add to your list when you visit Puerto Rico. In this video, I will be sharing all what Old San Juan offers, from the richest history, churches, souvenir shops, and definitely a good, delicious restaurants. I got invited on an amazing historical tour and sponsored by Caribbean Breeze Adventures. And I also went on another day to discover Old San Juan more and more because there is a lot to see. I will give you all the tips and discover the most out of Old San Juan. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Let's go. So I got into Des Moines Airport and I'm just about to get to my gate, past security checkpoint, and be at my gate in a second.
Intenté descifrar el porqué ya no estás. Duele más entender que te vas sin volver.
This is gonna be my first time in Old Town, so I'm so excited.
All right, everybody, this is Adam.
Hi, good morning, guys. I got picked up by Caribbean Breeze Adventures bus near my hostel. One thing I want to mention is they picked me up on time, which it really saved my day. This video is sponsored by
Caribbean Bliss.
and what we do.
What we do is we give a tour in Old San Juan. So we begin in San Juan first, and then this is when we enter through the gates of Old San Juan, which was before where all of the Europeans and the Spains came into Old San Juan.
Is there other excursions and tours that the company provides?
They absolutely give the rainforest tour,
Oh.
which is you go into Las Pailas, and after the tour they bring you into the kiosk so you can enjoy some beverages, some food.
Wow, that's exciting. I'm actually gonna do that tomorrow.
Awesome.
So
That's awesome.
looking forward for it. Let's stay
right.
tuned. The tour guide was very caring of everybody on the tour and wanted to accommodate them the way they want it and comfort them, which it makes the tour more relaxing and great. She was also very funny and tried to build rapport with everybody on the tour to get them to know each other and connect them so we can all have a great time while we're touring around Old San Juan. So it makes it like you make friends super quick on a great historical tour in a really beautiful city.
This is the School of Tourism. This is modern day, right? What it is now. Back in the days when the war was going on, this was actually the prison. So if anybody wants to leave their husband here, well, we can go. So it was actually a prison.
She was looking for you.
Statue of races, right? Why races? Because a whole bunch of races came together to create what we are now, which are Puerto Ricans, right? So we have the Spains, right? We have the Cubans, the African culture, etc. They all came together and formed what we are now. Hence the fact that salsa music, right? Salsa has all of those different cultures in them. They have the African bongos. They have all of these different cultures that have created and formed what we are now. The good-looking Puerto Ricans, right? Was known as the rich to the poor. Why? Because of the wealth, the rum that they had here, etc. So everybody used to want to come into Puerto Rico. And everybody was intrigued. What does Puerto Rico have, right? Because it's so wealthy. But it's really that Juan Ponce de Leon was already here, okay? I'll tell you the story of Juan Ponce de Leon once we're at the top.
Lots of information was given. She was very knowledgeable with everything. If you have any question, she's ready to answer, and that makes the tour very useful. One of the main points of this tour is history, so you have to be knowledgeable to know more about it and be ready to answer any questions, and she was perfect for it. Smile. No?
He's like,
All right.
This is now the main gate to the governor's house over here.
Is he gonna have us for lunch today?
I told him, let us know. He never got back to me.
Since it was super hot walking around Old San Juan, the tour offers us one of the most fresh drink ever.
Ever heard of Lime? Which is, yes, of course. So it's a frozen fruit cup, right? And it's a big snack in Puerto Rico. Would you guys like to try? Yes.
de venir a San Juan y pasar a degustar, ¿verdad? Un rico limber de diferentes sabores. Los esperamos. A besitos.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Do you want a napkin?
Sure. It was so delicious.
So when we think of Juan Ponce de Leon was a man who was obsessed with living. And he died searching for the fountain of youth, right? He unfortunately didn't die here. He died in Cuba with a bow and arrow. So the Cubans did kill him. But this man decided that he was going to open up a home. Like I said, he also opened up, right? He was the one who established St. Augustine in Florida. He created this home right here. So behind the barrier that he establishes, right? He also establishes a home with another barrier.
Wow. And he died at the end.
Ended up dying at 46 years old.
That's young. As you know me, one more thing that I really care about is taking pictures and videos of my content and sharing all the beautiful places that I go to. The tour was very helpful, and not only for me because I film content and stuff, that if anyone wants to stop by at any point to take a rest or go to a bathroom or take a video or pictures, then they're really willing to do that.
It's right here at San Felipe del Morro, right? People seem to think that the military lived here. They did not live here. They lived in the regular community. This is what they use as a bunker. So this is where they stored everything that they needed for war, because San Juan is the holy land. So if you're buried in a holy land, they say that it's an open gate, instinct, you know.
Wow.
Access to, yup.
That's a cheat code.
I want to be buried.
You do whatever you do whatever you want in your life, and then just bury there. It was very nice to see all the attractions and all the historical sites before it starts to get crowded, because Old San Juan can get super crowded. So that was a perfect timing, and the weather also helped us a lot. I really cannot tell you how beautiful buildings are in Old San Juan with all the colorful walls. It just makes it super optimistic. You just feel like you're walking in like a palette of colors. I would really recommend you walk as much as you can, wear something very comfy, because each street in Old San Juan feels different than the other. So I would really recommend you to walk as much as you can. And also you're gonna burn calories, so it's good for you. We stopped by one of the famous churches in Old San Juan. The entry was only $2.
Of our tour, right, for 2 hours. They have food, they have shops on this street, okay?
They gave us 2 hours at the end of the tour to just explore Old San Juan. If we want to go to certain shops or if we want to go eat somewhere, then we had a free 2 hours to do whatever we want outside of the tour. Do you know me? Everywhere I go, I have to get a bracelet that has the name of the country or the city that I'm in. So I looked everywhere and I found it. San Juan, Old Town, Puerto Rico. Let's add this to the collection. I don't know if I recorded that, but I left my power bank somewhere when I was taking some videos and stuff. And then I walked for 30 minutes, I went back and I found it. It was still there, nobody took it. Thank God, because that's very important. So it was very fun tour. I really recommend it. I will leave the link of Arabian Breeze Adventure under this video. Check them out. You will have a lot of fun. The second time I went to Old San Juan was with my friend Laura that we met from the hostel that I was staying at, Nomada Beach Hostel. I will leave the link down below because that hostel is a must to stay at in San Juan. I have all the information. It was very affordable, super nice, so many varieties of rooms. I will leave the link down there. And I also made a whole nother video about the top beaches that you need to visit in Puerto Rico. Check that out as well.
Con miedo, con locura,
Solo vivo para ti. Yo te seré siempre fiel, pues para mí quiero en flor ese clavel.
It was super crowded this time, especially during sunset. It was during the weekend and you know, everybody wants to go out and do stuff. As you can tell from the footage, the difference between early morning during weekdays and weekend during sunset. It was just a whole different vibe. I would really recommend adding Old San Juan. I mean, you kind of have to. It's one of the main attractions in Puerto Rico to visit Old San Juan and explore all the history and all the fun stuff. I hope this video helped you a lot, giving you an idea about what you expect to see. Let me know which part of Old San Juan is your favorite. Which part would you add to your list that it's a must to visit when you go to Puerto Rico? And definitely tell me your opinion and your experience when you go as well. That was it for this video. See you next video. Salam alaikum.